Greetings, students at large. My name is Mr. Lephale. So today we'll be doing revision on mathematics paper 1, and I will be looking in algebraic expressions, number pattern, and inverse of functions, and calculus. So we'll be solving the questions. So before we start, you have to know all the basics of mathematics before you approach them. So let's start by question 1, which is we have f of x is equals to x squared minus 3 into bracket. Then we have 3x minus 1. We have x plus 2. So they said solve. F of x is equals to 0, right? So here 0 is equals to x squared minus 3, right? Into 3x minus 1. And then you have x plus 2, right? Then, but solve for x if x is an integer. So from here you solve for x's, right? So you have three equations. So you just use zero factor law, which is you're going to say x squared minus 3 is equals to 0, or 3x minus 1 is equals to 0, or x plus 2 is equals to 0. Then from here you solve for x. So you'll be having x squared is equals to 3. Then 3x is equals to 1. You'll have x is equals to negative 2. So from here you just have to make x subject of the formula. So you put square root both sides to cancel square. Then you have x is equals to plus or minus square root of 3. Then here you'll divide both sides by 3. Then x is equals to 1 over 3. Then this is your x-axis. But here we are taught that we have to do what? We have to uh, find the value of x, and x is an integer. So what is our integer here? So our integer is equals to negative 2. So our x is equals to negative 2. So let's move to another one. Okay, so here they said where x is a rational number. So we know that the rational numbers are all numbers excluding the square root and the cube root. So it means that our values of x is equals to 1 over 3, or x is equals to negative 2. So those are our answers. Then they said, well, x is a real number. What is a real number? Real numbers are numbers from negative infinity to positive infinity. So here it's x is equals to 1 over 3, or x is equals to plus or minus square root of 3, or x is equals to negative 2. So 1.2 they said solve for x, right? But we can see that here, if we can try to find the factors, we won't get the factors. So we introduce what we call x is equals to, we introduce what we call quadratic formula, which is negative b plus minus square root of b minus 4ac over 2a, right? Then x is equals to your a is equals to negative 15, b is equals to negative 9, and c is equals to 4. So you just substitute in your equation. So you have negative into negative 9 plus minus square root of 9 minus 4 into what is our a, negative 15, and what is our c is 4, then over 2 into what? What is our a? It's negative 15. Then after you punch your calculator, then the answer is x is equals to, okay, I'm sorry for that. Okay, x is equals to what? X is equals to uh x is equals to negative 0 comma 90, or x is equals to 0 comma 3 0. Then this are your answers. These are your x's, values of x. Okay, from here is 1.2.2. Let's say solve for x, right? So from here, we do what? This is the difference between two squares, right? Then from here, we just say 9x squared minus 12x plus 4 is greater or is equals to 3x, right? Then from here, you just transpose, right? It's 9x squared minus 12x plus 4 minus 3x is greater or is equals to 0. From here, you have 9x squared minus 15x plus 4 is greater or is equals to 0. Then from here, you factorize, right? Then what are your factors? Your factors is 3x and 3x. And is what? It's 4 and 1. But you check your signs. Your signs will tell you which factor takes the number of them, which factor takes the positive or the negative, right? So here it's positive. It means that our signs has to be the same. Then we look at the middle sign, which is negative. So we'll have negative and negative. It means our answers, it has to be 3x. Even here, use zero factor law is greater or is equals to 0, or 3x minus 1 is greater or is equals to 0. Then from here you solve for x. You have 3x, then you transpose. Then when you transpose, it changes the sign to be 4, right? Then here it's 3x as greater or is equals to 1, right? Then from here you just divide both side by 3. Then don't forget that when you divide, the sign changes. So you have less than 4 over 3. So here we'll have x is less or is equals to 1 over 3, right? So let's move. So from here you have 5 to the power of x. You have 5 to the power of x is equals to 5 into 4 plus 5 to the power of 2 minus x. From here, you have to know the laws of exponents. So you'll have 5 to the power of x is equals to 5 times 5. 5 times 4 is what? 5 times 4 is 20. 20 plus 5 to the power of 2. Then you multiply. You just have to separate the exponent, right? Minus 2, right? Then you'll be left with 5 to the power of x is equals to 20 plus 5 to the power of 2 divided by, don't forget that here we multiplied by 5 because 5 multiplied this and 5 multiplied by that. Then from here it's multiplied by 5 over 5 to the power of x. But we have to get rid of this 5 to the power of x so that we can solve. So we multiply this by 5 to the power of x, right? Multiply, and even this side you multiply by 5 to the power of x. What you do on your right, you do it on your left. Then this cancels this. Then here you left with 5 to the power of 2x is equals to 5 to the power of, sorry, okay, okay, thank you. So you left with 5 to the power of x multiplied by 20, then plus 5 to the power of 2 multiplied by 5. Then from here, you just have to transpose everything to the side, right? To make it to be in the standard form. It's 5 to the power of 2x minus 5 to the power of x multiplied by 20. Then if you transpose, it will be minus 5 to the power of 2 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. So we'll have 125 is equals to 0. Then from here, you just solve for x, right? Then here, your factors will be 5 to the power of x, uh, and what? And 5 to the power of x is equals to 0. Then what are your factors? Your factors is 25 and 5, right? Then the sign right now. So this will be minus and this will be plus. Then you use your zero factor law, which is 5 to the power of x minus 25 is equals to 0, or 5 to the power of x plus 5 is equals to 0. Then from here it's 5 to the power of x is equals to 25. We are solving for x, right? Then here is 5 to the power of x is equals to 5. So here you change this. You have 5 to the power of x is equals to 2 to the power of 5 to the power of 2. Then your x is equals to 2. Then from here you have to the power of 1. So your base are the same. So your bases are the same. So you drop the exponent. It's x is equals to 1. No, when you transpose, don't forget, when we transpose, you almost make a mistake. When we transpose, right? So don't forget that when we transpose, right? When we transpose, this has to change the sign. So when it changes the sign, it means that the base is no longer the same. Though this is not applicable, right? It's not applicable, right? So our answer is x is equals to 2. So that is our answer. So let's move to simultaneous equation. We are given log, right? This is our equation 1. Equation 1, right? Then this is our equation 2, right? But we have to come up with equation 3. You have to know the rules of logarithm. So there we have log x16 is equal log base x16 is equals to 4. So lots of logarithm says that x to the power 4 is equals to 16, right? Then from there, this is our equation 3. Equation 3. But we have to solve for x. So here we have x to the power of 4 is equals to the 2 to the power of 2 to the power of 1. It's 2 to the power of 4, right? So same exponent, you equate the base. So it's equals to x is equals to 2. So this is our equation 3, right? Then from here, you sub, right? 2 into 3, right? Then from here, you'll have y plus into, no, square root of 2 plus 7, right? Then is equals to 2 plus 1. So here you have y plus or minus, right? Square root of 9, right? Is equals to 3. Then from here, square root of 9 is 3. So you have, you must have two answers. You'll have y plus 3 is equals to 3, or y minus 3 is equals to 3, right? Then from here you'll have y is equals to 3 minus 3, y is equals to 3 plus 3. So y is equals to 0, then y is equals to what? Is equals to what? It's equals to 6. Then you can prove it. When you prove it, you substitute one of the zeros, one of the y's in your equation, right? So it means that if you put 0 here, if you put 0, y is equals to 0, then you'll have 0 square root of, this is 2. 2 plus square root of, or this is our answer. So this is our answer, or this is not our answer. Because 6 plus 3 is not is equals to 6 plus 3 is not is equals to 3, right? So, but why if we put 0 on y is 0 plus square root of 9 is 3, then is equals to 2 plus 1 is 3 when we substitute our 2 there. So our answer is y is equals to 0 and x is equals to 2. Then the next question says calculate two numerical values for p so that x squared plus p into 2x plus 7 plus in close bracket plus 8 is a perfect square, right? Then from there we are given that x squared plus p into 2x plus 7, right, plus 8, right? Then from here you just have to give two numerical, right? Then we solve it like this. It's x squared plus 2px plus 7p plus 8, right? Then from here you have x squared plus 2px plus 7p squared minus p squared plus 7p plus 8. Sorry, here there is no 7. Yes. So from then you just have to it's x plus p squared minus p to the power of 2 plus 7p plus 8 using this side, right, to get this, right? Then from there you'll have therefore minus p squared plus 7p plus 8 is equals to 0. Then you solve for what? For your p and p. So from here you can just divide everything by -1. Then our equation will be p squared minus 7p minus 8 is equals to 0. Then this one we use it for factorizing. So you'll have p, then close bracket is equals to 0. Then the factors of 8 that you add or minus, they give you the number of the middle term. It's 8 and 1, right? Then here you have minus minus. When it's minus, it means we have different signs, but the bigger factor takes the sign of the middle term. So it's minus, it's positive. So here we have p is equals to 8, or p is equals to -1, but always use zero factor law, right? So this is our two numerical values. Then let's move to question 2. Okay, let's move to question 2. Question 2. Okay, thank you. Question 2, they said that the following sentences of numbers form a quadratic number pattern, right? The first difference of the given sequence also form a sequence. Determine an expression for the nth term of the first difference, right? So here we have -3, we have -2, we have -3, we have -6, we have -11. So, but when we need the first difference, it means that this and this -2 minus 1 over 3 is what? Is plus 1. Then this and this, it gives us -1. This and this, it gives us -3. This and this gives us -5. Then from here, we know that our A is equals to 1. Then our D is equals to -2, right? Then from here, we use our formula of Tn is equals to A plus into n minus 1, right? Then D. Then is equal to, just substitute here. What is the value of A? A is 1, right? Then plus into n, we don't know, right? It's n minus 1. What is the value of D? The value of D is -2. It's negative 2. Then from there, you just do what? Is equals to 1 minus 2n, then plus 2, right? Then from there, our tn, therefore, our tn is equals to negative 2n plus 3. So this is our tn. So 2.2 bar calculate the first difference between 35 no 35th and 36th term of the quadratic sequence. So you're just going to say tn is equals to negative 2n plus 3, right? This is our equation. So you just substitute our 35th term. Then you say 35, then you say plus 3. Then from here you punch the calculator. So T35 is equals to what? It's negative 67, right? Then you are done. This is uh the first difference between the 35th and the 36th 36th term of the quadratic sequence. So we move to uh the 2.3. 2.3, they said determine the expression for the nth term of the quadratic sequence, right? So there we had negative 3, we have negative 2, we have negative 3, we have negative 6, we have negative 11. So this and this and this and this and this will make this is positive 1, minus 1, minus 3, minus 5. So this and this and this and this will make minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, right? Then from here, let's say determine the nth term, right? When you determine the nth term, always you must know these formulas of uh, 2a is equals to uh, the second difference, and then 3a plus b is equals to the first difference. Then a plus b plus c is equals to first term. Then from here you just know 2a is equals to, what is the second difference is negative 2. You divide both sides by 2, then a is equals to negative 1. Then you say 3 into negative 1 plus b is equals to 1. Then from here you have negative 3 plus b is equals to 1. Then from here you transpose negative 3 to that side. So it will be b 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. Then from here our a is negative 1 plus, what is our b? It's 4. Then plus c is equals to negative 3. Then from here you know that 4 minus, no, negative 1 plus 4 is 3, right? Then you just have to say 3 plus c is equals to negative 3. Then you transpose. C is equals to negative 3, negative 3 is negative 6, right? Then from there, you write your equation straight and forward. It's Tn is equals to, our standard equation is an squared plus bn plus c, right? Then from here, you just substitute what you got. Therefore, Tn is equals to, what is our a? It's negative n squared, right? Plus, what is our b? Plus 4n, then minus 6. So this is our equation, right? Then 2.4, explain why the sequence will never contain a positive term, right? So here you're just going to say the turning point of a maximum quadratic function. Let's calculate it. We have Tn is equal to negative n2, then you say plus 4n minus 6, right? Then from here, you just have to say Tn is equals to, then you set negative into n squared minus 4n plus 4, right? Minus 4 plus 6, right? Then when we're done, Tn is equals to negative, right, into n minus 2 squared. Everything to the power of 2, then say plus 2. Then you put bigger bracket. Then you just say is equals to Tn max is equals to negative 2. Because this negative will multiply by this will multiply by this. So we'll have negative n minus 2 to the power of 2 minus 2. So Tn max is negative 2. So the turning point of the maximum quadratic function is 2 and negative 2. No value, therefore you just say no value above the x-axis. Hence no positive value. So this is your answer. Then let's move to question 6. Question 6, we are given, right? This is functions, inverse of function, right? So we are given f of x is equals to 3 to the power of x. Determine the equation of for f minus to the power of minus 1 inverse, right? In the form of f, yes. So here you are just going to say, get this is y is equals to 3 to the power of x. You just interchange. Then when you interchange is x is equals to 3 to the power of 1. Then you make one subject of the formula by doing what? By introducing logarithm, right? Then you will have log x is equals to 3 log, no, it will be log 3y, right? Then y comes down, log x is equals to y log 3. Then therefore you divide both sides by log, it will be by log 3. Divide both sides by log 3. Then your answer will be f to the power of minus 1 is equals to log base 3x. So this will be your equation. Yeah, so they said sketch the graph of f and inverse. Clearly show all the intercept, right? Okay. So from here, they said that we should draw, right? When you draw, okay, thank you. Thank you. But my graph it's not okay. Let me draw it nicely. Yeah. I'm sorry if my graph is not straight. So the graph will go like this. So we know that f of x, if we put 0 there at f, it means y is equals to 1. So here y is, it will be 1, right? Then at the inverse, you put 1. You put 0 at your x, it's going to be 1 again. So it will be 1. So your f of x, it will go like this. And then your g of your f, your, what do we call this? Your inverse will go like this. So here is 1, here is 1. Then this is your f minus 1. Then here is your x-axis. Then this is your y-axis. Okay, 6.3. Let's say write down the equation of Write down the equation of the line of symmetry between the two graphs you have drawn, right? Then the line of symmetry is y is equal to x. So this is your equation of the line of the symmetry. Then they ask for which values of x will f of x multiplied by the inverse of x less than or is equals to 0. Then it means that it's 0 is less than x and is less or is equals to y. Okay. Then they said write down the range of h of x is equal to 3 to the power of negative x minus 4. So our range, it will be y is greater than negative 4. Then here they said write down the equation of x if the graph of g is the image of the graph of f after f has been translated to units to the right and reflected above about the x-axis, right? Then you'll have g of x is equals to negative f into x minus 2. Then, therefore, g of x is equals to negative 3 to the power of x minus 2. So that is your answer. So let's move to question of calculus. So given f of x is equals to minus 2x squared plus what? Plus 1, right? Then determine the inverse from the first principle. Then we know that f(x) is equals to lim h approaches 0. Then you say it's f into what? X plus h minus f of x, right? Over what? Over h. Then you have is equal to lim h approaches 0. Then what is that? You have negative 2 into x plus h squared plus 1, right? Minus into minus 2x squared plus 1, right? Over h. Then is equals to lim h approaches 0, which is negative 2 into x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Then it's what? Plus 1 plus 2x squared minus 1, right? Over h. Then is equals to, okay, don't forget it's lim h approaches 0. Then you'll have negative 2x squared minus 4xh minus 2h squared plus 1 plus 2x squared minus 1 over h. Then from here you do what? Lim h approaches 0. You look for this will cancel this like terms. Then this will cancel this. You'll be left with minus 4xh minus 2h squared over h. Then is equals to lim h approaches 0. Then you take out the common factor, which is h, right? Then say h is equals to into negative 4x minus 2, right? 2h, right? Then or over h, then this will cancel this, is equals to lim h approaches 0, which is negative 4x minus 2h. Then you just put your what? Your 0 there. Then is equals to negative 4x minus 2 into 0. Then is equals to minus 4x. So that is your answer. So let's move to this one. They said, hence calculate the gradient of the tangent of f at x is equals to minus 1 over 3. So we have to calculate 5 minus 1 over 2, right? Is equals to, so we need to get the gradient of f. Gradient of f is the first derivative, right? So we'll have minus 4 into what? Minus 1 over 2, right? So this is our x. So therefore, f into minus 1 over 2 is equals to what? Is equals to positive 2, because multiple negative multiplied by negative is positive. So it's 4 over 2, it's 2, right? Then after, okay, 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 they said determine the derivative of f of x is equals to, okay, so here you have f of x is equals to, you change this, you change this, so you'll have x to the power of, x to the power of 2 over 3, right? Plus 1 over 4 x to the power of 4, right? Then you derive is equals to, when you derive, what do you do? Then from here you just change, it's 1 over 4, right? So it's x 2 over 3 plus 1 over 4 x to the power of minus 4, because this, it is below, it is 4, it is below this, right? Then here it's minus 4, right? Then from here you can integrate. Then f of x, no, not the integrate, you can differentiate, right? Then the inverse of f is equals to 2 to the power of 3 x to the power of 1 over 3. Then here you just say this multiplied by this is minus 1, right? Minus 1, right? Then you are left with x to the power of minus 4 minus 1 is minus 5, right? Then your answer will be is equals to 2 over 3 x to the power of 1 over 3. Then here you're left with minus 1 over x to the power of 5. So that is your answer. So they said given h of x is equals to ax to the power of 2a is greater than 0, determine the value of a if it is given that h, the inverse of h of x, the h8 is equals to h. Okay. From here, you are given that h is equals to ax squared, right? Then a is greater than 0, right? You are given this, right? Therefore, h of x, the inverse of h of x is equals to 2ax, right? Then from here, h of 4 is equals to, you just substitute your 4 here. 2 into it's 8. We all know 8a, right? Then the inverse, you have x is equals to ay squared, right? Then you just say y is what? It's greater than 0. Then therefore, y squared is equals to a over, y squared is equals to x over a, right? Then y is greater than 0, right? Then from here, you say therefore, we need to make y subject of the formula. So y is equals to square root of x over a, right? Then from there, say therefore, h of inverse of h of 8, right, of x is equals to square root of x over a, right? Then from here say therefore h of negative 1 into 8, right, is equals to square root of 8 over a. Then from here we just have to say therefore h of negative, the inverse of h of x of 8 is equals to the inverse of h of 4, right? Then from here we have square root of 8 over a is equals to what? What is our answer? It's 8a, right? It's 8a. Then from here, you just solve for a. Put square root both sides. Square root, square root. Then from here, this will cancel this. You are left with 8 over a is equals to what? Is equals to 8 to the power of is 64 a squared. Then from here, what do you do? From here, cross multiplication or whatsoever that you can do. Cross multiplication, it's 64 a to the power of 3 is equals to 8. Then you divide both sides by 64. Then divide by 64. Then a to the power of 3 is equals to 8 64. Then you put 8 to the power of 64 is equivalent to 1 over 8. So you put cube root, both sides, right? Cube root. Then a is equals to what is the cube root of 1 over 8? It's 1 over 2. Therefore, a is equals to 1 over 2. Then we are done. So I want to give you some examples that you can do on your own. Okay, let me write them just here. Okay. 1.1. Why does it want to write now? Okay, I'm going to write the questions here. Okay. 1.1. I need you to go and factorize, right? 1.1 x squared plus 2x plus 4, right? Is equals to 0. 1.2 uh, x to the power of 2 plus 16x minus 8 is equals to 0. Then solve for x simultaneously. 1.1 x plus y is equals to 2, and then x squared plus 5x minus uh, minus 10 is equals to 0. Just have to go and do them and then derive f of x 1.1. F of x is equals to 5x to the power of 3 minus 2 over 7x to the power of 4. And then 1.2 okay, it's f of x. It's not f to the, it's not the inverse of f. Okay, doesn't want to be moved. Is equals to 5 over x to the power 4 plus 1 over 3x squared. Then you go and derive, do this one, and then we will submit them. So thank you for attending the session, and